Hi everyone, welcome to Podglish Everyday English. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jake. We're so happy you're here today.
Today we're going to learn something very important. We'll learn how to talk about yourself in English.
That's right. We'll teach you simple phrases to introduce yourself. Perfect for beginners. But before we start, subscribe to Podglish for more easy English like this.
Like this video and share it with a friend who's learning English. Don't worry if you're just starting. We'll go slowly and repeat everything.
Exactly. Are you ready to learn? Let's start with basic introduction.
The first thing people want to know is your name. You can say, my name is, and then your name, or just I'm, and then your name.
Right. For example, my name is Jake, or I'm Jake.
Next, people want to know where you're from. You can say, I am from, and then your country or city.
Right, like I am from Japan, or I am from Brazil. You can also say I come from. That sounds natural too.
Exactly. I come from Mexico. Sounds very natural. Now, what about your age? You can say, I am, and then your age, years old.
Right. For example, I am 25 years old.
That's true, Jake. Nice. And the last basic thing, where you live. You can say, I live in, and then your city or country.
Like, I live in Paris, or I live in Canada. Sometimes this is different from where you're from. For example, I come from Canada, but I live in Toronto.
That's right. You might be from one place but live in another place. Let's move to part 2, talking about your job or studies.
Great. If you're a student, you can say, I am a student. Very simple.
Yes. And if you want to say what you study, you can say, I study, and then your subject, like I study English or I study business.
Right. Simple as that. And for work, you can say, I work as, and then your job. For example, I work as a teacher.
Or I work as a nurse, or I work as an engineer. You can also just say, I'm a teacher. Both ways are correct.
Exactly. Native speakers use both ways. Now, let's talk about part 3, talking about hobbies and interests. This is fun.
Yes. To talk about things you like, you can say, I like, and then the activity. For example, I like reading, or I like cooking.
Right. And if you really, really like something, you can say, I love, like I love music, or I love swimming.
Perfect. Here's another way to sound more natural. Instead of I like, you can say I enjoy. For example, I enjoy playing guitar.
I enjoy sounds very natural and native-like. You can also say, in my free time, and then your activity.
Like, in my free time, I watch movies, or in my free time, I go hiking. This shows when you do these activities.
Exactly. Now, let's practice putting it all together. Emma, can you give us an example of a full introduction?
Sure. Hi, I'm Emma. I'm from the United States, and I live in New York. I work as an English teacher, and in my free time, I enjoy reading and cooking.
That's perfect. Now, let me try. Hello, my name is Jake. I come from Canada, and I live in Toronto. I'm a student. I study computer science. I love playing video games and swimming.
Great example, Jake. Did you hear how we used different phrases? I'm from and I come from. I work as and I'm a student. I enjoy and I love.
Right. This variety makes you sound more natural. Now it's your turn. Try to introduce yourself using these phrases in the comments. Now, let's learn a few more things you can say about yourself. You can talk about your family by saying, I have, and then the family member. For example, I have 2 brothers, or I have 1 sister.
Exactly. You can also say I'm married or I'm single. If you have children, you can say I have a daughter or I have a son or I have 3 kids.
Right. And don't forget pets. Many people love talking about their pets. You can say, I have a dog, or I have a cat, or I have 2 pets.
Of course, they are also part of the family. Now, let's talk about describing your personality. This is really useful for making friends. You can say I'm and then an adjective.
For example, you can say, I'm friendly, or I'm outgoing. You could also say, I'm quiet, or I'm funny.
Or other good personality words are I'm hardworking, I'm creative, I'm patient, or I'm energetic.
Exactly. Don't worry about being perfect. The most important thing is to practice and have fun learning English. Another important thing to mention is languages. You can say, I speak, and then the language. For example, I speak English and Spanish, or I speak 3 languages.
That's perfect. And if you're learning a language, you can say, I'm learning English or I'm studying Japanese.
Excellent. Now let's talk about your goals and dreams. People love hearing about what you want to do in the future.
You can use phrases like, I want to or I hope to. For example, I want to travel to Europe or I hope to start my own business.
You can also say, my dream is to become a doctor.
And for things you're working on, you can say, I'm trying to or I'm planning to.
Perfect. Now let's talk about some common mistakes.
One common mistake is being too formal. Instead of, my name is John Smith, say, I'm John.
Another tip, don't share everything at once. It's kind of awkward. You can ask questions like, what about you?
That's right. This way, the conversation feels more natural, and also it helps keep the conversation going.
That's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Now it's time for you to practice. Try to create your own introduction using the phrases we taught you today in the comments below. Thank you for learning with us.
Remember, practice makes perfect. Start simple and add more later. Thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe to Podglish for more easy English.
Like this video and share it with a friend. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next Podglish episode. Goodbye.